Y'all gotta carpet your floors before you let them club and hub news women romp around your house.
Balloon Stool with Matt and Nick.
I used to give my buddy Steve in the kitchen a bunch of shit when before we had Wi-Fi. He would just bring in his iPod Classic and put it on shuffle all day. And there are so many things that would come up. Like he had so much like Dave Matthews Band and shit that I would just walk over and skip every time. But there was quite a few songs where I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is my favorite song from SmackDown versus Raw 2009." And like he thought I was like just giving him shit, but then he would actually like look up the soundtrack to SmackDown versus Raw, and it was on there because I played the shit out of those games.
Nice. So that's pretty good. So check this out, man. I just heard this on Wait Don't Tell Me this morning when I was out feeding dogs. I think they said it was the most misspelled word, but it might have just been in a specific state, because they did say like in the Midwest that like coronavirus was the most misspelled word on Google. I think this was the most spelled word overall, but it's just hilarious anyways. So people were searching about quarantine.
Uh-oh.
Quarantine.
Were they spelling it corn? Yeah, okay.
But
Jesus
not
Christ.
just corn, but also teen. Like, because I thought what you just thought there as well, that it was corn, Tine, but
Yeah.
no, they're actually searching quarantine.
They get a bunch of search results for Children of the Corn.
I guess. I mean, that makes the most sense. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, man! Like, it's bad.
That seems like a really specific fetish, like quarantines.
Right? That's like, oh man, if you just keep going through like the pages on like the front, of Pornhub, and you're like just off whatever, and you get to like page 1008, like there's
you start landing on Step Corn Sister.
Your step quarantine sister wants your dick.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that shit really made me laugh though. I was like, oh my god, I gotta write that down, because the best part about that word is it just brings so many mental images about what a quarantine is, and the fact that like, because this is why I think people would spell it that way, because people like to make like dumb stories up in their minds about like what like words mean. So I bet there are people like, I bet there was some kid who got sick eating corn, back in like the 1800s, and he had to stay in his room until they could figure it. Yeah, so it probably means like quarantine. I bet that's like the reason, like how people like try to like sound out and think out like what a word would be,
It's pretty bad if your thoughts are that phonetic. Have you seen like a lot of the people sharing, like, it'll be like compiled into a bunch of different screenshots, people spelling Bon Appetit wrong?
Oh no.
The most common one that you run across is people posting a picture of their dinner and they say bone apple teeth.
I was thinking that like people be writing like bone appetit,
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, but yeah, it's become a thing, the bon appetit.
Because it's like great when you bone appetit, man. So, so that's where it comes from.
Yeah, give me 8 tip for 5,000. Welcome to Loose Stool, everybody. I'm Matt, sitting here talking to Nick, and I see you sipping on something over there, buddy. What you got?
Today, I am drinking a Rockstar lemon-flavored recovery drink here. It has electrolytes.
So
what
salt.
Plants need,
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking about this last week. I was talking about how I made one of these up, with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, crushed up a B vitamin, added some lemon juice, and poured it in the seltzer. Boom. Good stuff. But yeah, so that's what I'm having. They're not that unhealthy. There's a good deal of sodium in them, but other than that, there's like really no sugar, 25 calories, caffeine. So I'm not recovering from anything. They just it's a really good drink, and I'm doing a little bit of like caffeine and nicotine at the moment. I originally had like slowed down drinking because am trying to quit smoking, and I'm still trying to do that. But like because like normally like I really only smoke a lot when I drink, and I'll end up like smoking like a pack, and then I get my like nicotine levels like super high, and I think it just is keeping me like addicted. So like I was only smoking like 2 to 3 packs a week, but I'm like I just gotta finally like fully cut it out. I think I can do it, especially if I stop drinking. So I did really really good for like 3 days. I only smoked like 3 cigarettes. Then yesterday I smoked a bunch more, and it's like I think it's kind of because it's like, oh, Saturday I want to have a beer, and then I'm like smoking a cigarette, but I'm kind of rambling here, but I've been feeling so good, kind of shedding that the drinking and still working on quitting smoking. So I don't know where I was really going with that, but I'm not
good,
drinking
man.
today. I'm having a rockstar recovery. What are you having?
Right on, man. I mean, yeah, that shit's tough, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I quit smoking for 4 months completely, and what really just kills me is that, like, even though I didn't have a cigarette for 4 months, I was still thinking about it every single day, and alcohol definitely makes it harder. So, I
Right.
definitely get where you're coming from.
So I feel like I'll never smoke. I won't smoke like a pack ever in a day if I'm not drinking. And if I can like keep my mind to say like try to smoke only 3, but if you smoke like 5, no big deal. But I'm getting healthier either way, and like I just feel really good even off of not that I even drink like a ton, but man, I've just been feeling good. So I'm like trying to be like, well, I got one really good habit going. I'm not gonna really kick as long as I don't smoke a pack in a day. And I just keep notching it down. Like in 2 weeks, I got to be down to like 2 a day, and then like a couple weeks after that, I want to be down to none. But cold turkey is not going to work, so I'm just trying to, just slowly kick it down,
wean yourself off a little bit.
Right. That's the plan.
Well, me personally,
we'll see.
I'm not supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be drinking beer with the gout thing, but. My buddy was supposed to stop over yesterday. That never happened, but I had picked up beer for us to hang out, and I got a Busch Light here. But little added twist to it is you'd be proud of this one. I went to the store today and picked up some pineapple juice. So I take a few swigs out of the can of beer, and I pour fill it back up with pineapple juice, and it's fucking delicious.
Oh, that does sound pretty good. I can see that. Yeah, especially to a Busch. Well. Maybe not especially to a Busch Light, but it definitely sounds like it improves the hell out of it.
Yeah, taking a note from your beer mosas, but from not too
long
ago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never did pineapple juice, but honestly, that sounds better. Like not, a little thinner. Not putting like the heavy orange juice in it. Like, which this is something I was wondering, and I'm sure like maybe pineapple juice has some added sugar. But why is really like orange juice the only juice that's actually like a drink? Where like if you get lemon juice, like it's not lemonade. Like isn't orange juice actually orangeade? That's what I'm really getting at.
Is orange juice orangeade? I mean, like
because orange juice. I guess, by the way, we judge all other kinds of. Well, maybe not apple juice. No, I'm wrong on this. No, cranberry juice, grape juice, they're all added. Like they all have that.
A lot of them have sugar. Yeah. I mean, you can get. I really like the. When I'm sick, I'll pick up the like straight up cranberry juice, like nothing added to it, and it's super bitter, but I actually like it. And it's like, talk about flushing your system, man. I mean, that's why I buy it when I'm sick. But.
Yeah, man, I thought I really had a point there, though, with the juice thing. Until I started thinking about the juice aisle. All I was thinking about was, like, lemon and lime juice. Like, those are actually, those two are the exceptions to the rule, and I had it all backwards.
Which I actually do have, I have a bottle of lemon juice in my fridge that I bought for the sole purpose. Like, I wasn't baking anything. I did this when I was a kid, too, like, at my grandma's house. Like, I just like having it around. and I'll just take like a sip, and then I'll put it back. And I like that acidic, just punch once in a while.
Sure.
Like, I don't chug it, but it's just I like having it around.
A little shot of lemon juice. Yeah. No, I got some in the fridge right now. I use it to cook a lot, and like I got some good rockfish that I actually got it for to use. But man, I even I put it on some potatoes that I was like sauteing like the other day, like just some just a little bit of a sprinkle, with all the other seasons and everything. I've been really getting into using like acids like different ways like in cooking, and I didn't really know how to work out, but that's why I bought. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And the shit tasted good, so it didn't stand out, but the whole thing all together was pretty damn good.
It does sound good, yeah. Like maybe some garlic and rosemary with the lemon juice. It sounds
good. I had all that kind of, not exactly the same. I actually don't know. I use this one spice from Penzies that just says use anywhere you use salt, and it's all this like green stuff. So probably a lot of that. I never looked actually at the ingredients, but it's something my mom just sent me one day, and I'm like, I never really used this. Put a bunch of that on there, And this shit was. Well, I did I won't get into the whole thing, but it was real good. I've been fucking around with lemon juice a lot lately. That's the point of that story. I wanted to say I forgot to actually say the whole reason why I got so gung ho about this quitting smoking, because this needs to be celebrated. It's gonna be a week and a half after it happened, but my God, dude, the Milwaukee Bucks. Fucking Giannis Antetokounmpo, such a fucking inspiration. That dude is the fucking man. And I'm like, I literally just watching that. I've been following them. I've been following him since the start of his career. I remember when he was just scrawny and like baby faced and trying to figure out how to do his like mean mug, and it was the funniest shit you ever saw. And like everybody who's been following the Bucks, like that's why everybody loves him, and he's just freaking awesome. He's got great insight. And so anyways, since I have been watching him as an adult, since he was like basically really, he was 18, but a kid, and for the last 8 years, I see him put on like 60 pounds of muscle, work on his skill, just become like an absolute beast that wasn't given to him. He started with nothing and just built himself into complete awesomeness. I'm like, well, I can at least quit smoking, right? For fuck's sake.
Yeah, do one thing for your health.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't trying to take it too extreme, because I really am inspired by like that, and I'm like, what can I do in 8 years? And I really have been churning that around my mind a lot, but I'm like, let's just start simple, dude. Just at least fucking quit smoking.
Right. Yeah, dude, I get that. I mean, like, I've talked about before my willpower being bullshit. It's like, on the thing of just do one good thing for yourself. I try not to eat, past 8 o'clock at night, but there's so many nights where I'm like, hey, it's 8:30 and I want to, so I'm just going to do it. It's like, fucking have any discipline at all.
That's what I have the shit where like, and I'm sure it'll be, let's just say in your example, because I do similar things all the time. It's 7:45, and I literally think it could be 7:57 actually. I'm like, I'm not eating past 8. I'm not going to eat past 8. It's 8:05, and I find myself eating something, like, without even having, like, made the decision. Yeah. Like, and then I catch myself. I just thought 8 minutes ago that I wasn't going to do this, and here I am doing it without even having, like, thought about it. What the fuck?
I feel like you and I are like Disney dads to ourselves, where it's just like we go away for the weekend, we spoil ourselves, take them to nice, get them ice cream every night, just because you want them to like you.
So you're proposing that we're the dads and the kids all in one body?
We're trying to make ourselves like ourselves. So it's like, oh, here's a treat, buddy. You go ahead.
Holy fuck, that's too I don't even know what to say to that. That is a bizarre and insanely true theory all at the same time.
Well, what else is new this week, buddy?
Oh, well, the first half of the week was really just all Bucks. The Bucks. I honestly, dude, I was like emotional for like 2 days. I was just on Twitter, like watching highlights. I bought the game. I've watched the game like 5 times over. Like not intently, but I'll just have